My guest today is Anna Mascolo, the Executive Vice President of Low Carbon Solutions at Shell.
Anna, it's great to see you. Thank you for talking to me today. Tell me, how are you enjoying ADIPEC so far?
Well, it's an incredible experience. This is my first ADIPEC, and this is the world's largest energy conference. It's been fantastic to meet people. There is a lot of energy. We are talking about energy. We are talking about energy transition, and we're also talking about artificial intelligence.
Anna, let me ask you about your leadership roundtable discussion here at ADIPEC. It was regarding implementing strategies for low carbon solutions and race to net zero. What was the focus and what were the outcomes?
It was a really good roundtable, really open conversation, very pragmatic. I think the industry and the different sectors have moved from the what we're going to do in energy transition to the how. So it was a much more pragmatic, realistic discussion. We talked about the barriers to decarbonization, from cost to aggregating demand, having the right policy support, scaling new technologies, working in different partnerships, but also making sure that some of these projects are bankable and they are sellable also to the external world so that there are financing options for these projects.
There were many high-profile people in the room at that leadership roundtable discussion. Lots of views, any of them divergent, any surprises?
I think probably the biggest surprise was how quickly people started to converge to solutions and trying to share very openly where they were and where they were getting stuck. And it felt like a brainstorming session. There was no complaining. There was more around, how do we do it, really?
Tell our audience a little bit more about Shell's plans for scaling low-carbon solutions.
So at the Shell level, we have, big plans for decarbonization. I think this is about not only selling energy today, but also in the future. We have committed to $10 to $15 billion spent in low-carbon energy solutions between 2023 and 2025. But this is only one piece. The story around how much you spend is probably only one part of the story. The real story is how do you work with your customers to decarbonize, help them in their decarbonization journey. And when I look at my areas, we are trying to bring all the tools we can have in the toolbox, from biofuel, biogases, carbon capture and storage, hydrogen, direct air capture in the future, eSAF, and carbon credits. So really trying to work with our customers on our decarbonization journey. When I look at the shipping sector, hard to decarbonize, a growth business, we are selling to the shipping sector today fuel oil. But at the same time, we are also selling them today biofuels and LNG and bio-LNG and probably also carbon credits to support them in that journey. And we work with them on that net zero pathway.
Anna, as you said, this is your first ADIPEC, but we very much hope it won't be your last. What would be some of your takeaways so far?
I think come over here. It's very enjoyable. The discussions have been really fruitful. And there is a real energy and a can-do attitude that I can sense on the ground.
And there we have to leave things, Anna, but thank you so much for your time.
Thank you, and I see you next year.